Good morning. I've had my eye on the Jetboil Genesis base camp for a long time now, but I just haven't justified the $350 it costs to buy it. It's a really nice stove, but I actually think I found an alternative for only $75. So you can buy 4 of these and still have $50 left over to buy pots and pans and all kinds of stuff. Stay tuned and we'll take a look at it. All right, let's take a look at this. It's called Ogre. It's called Ogre. Comes in its own little case. What I've been using before this is I had a single stovetop, and in my little trailer I pulled behind my motorcycle, the single stovetop took up more space than this double stovetop. So small space is a big plus when you motorcycle camp. So here we go. It's a nice double burner. Got your propane hose. Now it comes with this little griddle thing, and I don't know if I would cook on that, because I'd rather cook on cast iron. But I'm thinking this is perfect to heat tortillas up on. Right? I mean, that's supposed to be the side that's up to keep grease from coming off, but if I'm just heating up tortillas, maybe I'll do it that way. So let's kind of take a look at this. Got your on off. Both sides has its own little lighter. This right here seems like it'd be easy to clean. Yeah, for 75 bucks, that's not bad. So let's see if it works. Okay, I pulled the tablecloth back out of the way because it's like plastic. I don't want it melting on the bottom of my stove. Let me show you something else I got. And I will have links down in the description to all this stuff. It took me a while. Can you see that? It took me a while to find a windscreen that was wide enough for this, because most of them are made for singles. So I make sure you measure whatever size your stove is. If you get this one, this right here will fit with it. So comes with this little shelf that you just put in those holes and let it set. It's got a shelf on the top here. Got a place for the propane to go out the side, so that's good. So let's see if this works. So all the way counterclockwise is full blast, and then you can adjust it down a little bit. I'm going to turn that one off. I'm going to adjust this down about like that. And let's start heating this pan up. A little bit of oil in the pan. Now with cast iron, you don't want your fire too hot. Because you'll burn. And being a new stove, hopefully I won't burn. But we'll see. Spread that oil around a little. So we're going to make breakfast burritos to try out the new stove. All right, first thing we're going to do is brown some sausage. All right, here we go. We're going to do a whole pound of sausage and a whole dozen eggs. Cooking eggs is you need to make sure it's low and slow. Get some salt and pepper in it. The eggs are ready. I turned the fire off, but it will still stay pretty warm in this cast iron. All right, got a tortilla on there now. I used to try to do these tortillas, warm them up just over a fire camp stove, and it just didn't work good. But this little tray thing right here, I think it's gonna be perfect for warming these up. Here we go. Let's put some eggs on here. really like to use, see if we can, Taco Casa hot sauce. So we're going to put some of that on there, about a half of one. Some cheese. And I'm going to try to roll them up where both ends are closed. There we go. Now we need foil to put it on. I like to wrap them in foil if I'm going to heat them up in the oven. It's going to be hard to do with the wind. But sometimes it sticks to the foil, so a good trick for that is to rub a little butter on it. And wrap it up. Okay, there's one. And here comes the wind. Cooking outdoors has its challenges. The next two I'm not going to wrap up because I'm going to eat them. All right, I got 2 burritos for me now. The burritos are done. I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 burritos, which is pretty good. Stove worked out great. I almost did this before I bought that windscreen, and there's no way that would have worked very good at all. Started getting some wind, and that windscreen really came in handy. So, now the true test. These are the breakfast burrito. Good stuff. And now I got leftovers. I'm sure everybody's made breakfast burritos before, but all I do is just brown some sausage, Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage, brown it up, put the eggs on it, scramble it up, cook that, put it on a tortilla, add some shredded cheddar cheese, add some hot sauce, and you're done. Good burrito. I'm gonna like this stove. Wind's coming again. This is my homemade electrolyte drink. If you haven't seen the video on how to make this stuff is like a lifesaver. I make these all the time. I have at least 1 or 2 a day. especially if I'm outside. If you're outside sweating, it's more crucial to replace all those minerals and stuff. I'll put a link up here and down in the description of the video where I made these. It's very simple. So, I'll leave the links down in the description to the stove, to the windscreen, all of that down there. I'm going to be happy. I really think I'm going to be happy with this purchase. I did purchase this. This is one of those things that wasn't sent to me. I really had my eye on the Jetboil base camp, and I kept watching for sales. Every once in a while they'd have a sale and they'd knock off $25, still over $300. So this may not be as good a quality as the Jetboil, but if something happens to it, I can buy 4 more for the same price and have $50 extra. So if you're looking for a double stove that doesn't take up much room at all, this takes up less room than my single burner stove that I had in my trailer. I'm all about small, compact storage. Productivity, does it work well? So I give this one a thumbs up. Y'all have a good one.